The 2024 Buffalo Bills are one of the most unpredictably dangerous teams in NFL history, and I think it's really based on not only the players, but also the coaching staff changes that we have made. I mean, even seeing here that Bobby Babich is being the defensive coordinator and potential play caller for the Buffalo Bills. Now, I know that Sean McDermott said, and even Bobby Babich has said, you're never going to know until they do it. We are not going to really know how well Bobby Babich is as a play caller until he goes out there and actually does it. And I think he could do it during the preseason. Will the Buffalo Bills test it out during the regular season, which is an entire game? Obviously, we really don't play full go fledged attack during the preseason. But I think we could very well see Bobby Babich calling plays into the season, and hopefully he does well, and I think he's going to do very well. But if he doesn't, we could always make a change back to Sean McDermott calling plays. You know, last year the Bills finished top 5 in defensive sacks, the first time in the Sean McDermott era. A lot of people saying that Sean McDermott is an aggressive play caller, and we did see an uptick in his blitzes and just his overall style of defense, coming out with different unique packages that we never saw under Leslie Frazier. And I think Bobby Babich is going to stay aggressive. I think he's going to have that attitude. I think that fits his personality and what's going to be happening for this season. But really, what happened a couple times last year, I think Sean McDermott was maybe a little bit overwhelmed during games being the play caller for the Buffalo Bills. But now that time, that energy, having to call plays, he is literally going to have a lot more time and ability to focus in on the game. And another comment that was made this week is just having like a unifier coach on the sidelines, like someone that's there spitting the same message throughout the game, like, you know, not on a player-to-player basis, but having someone that's there to have an underlying message to get people through the game and motivate our players through the game. And I think Sean McDermott is that guy for the 2024 season, especially if Bobby Babich can call plays. So this is absolutely huge for the Bills, understanding that, you know, Joe Brady too is now basically going to have his own flair and spice on things for this Buffalo Bills offense. I mean, it really starts with the coaching staff, and it's not only offensively with Joe Brady, defensively with Bobby Babich being the defensive coordinator and most likely going to be calling plays well into the season, regular season, and also Sean McDermott reallocating his time and energy back to being a head coach versus a defensive play caller. I think these are some crucial pieces. Our new defensive backs coach is clearly getting the most out of Kaiir Elam. A lot of people like Chris Brown, Steve Tasker saying, hey, look, like he has a shot of potentially starting this year ahead of either Rasul Douglas or Christian Benford. So this is really big. A young rookie developing in the background there. I mean, Cam Lewis doing some big time things as well. Damar Hamlin. You know, I think we got some players that are still progressing in the background. We're going to see really the best versions out of them come this upcoming season. You know, and you can't forget, you know, Josh Allen. I mean, does he not make us one of the most dangerously unpredictable teams in the NFL? I think Josh Allen clearly working on himself this offseason, developing himself. I mean, Josh Allen always gets better on a year-to-year basis, without a doubt. And then you consider all of the weapons and the players that we have brought in on this offense. I mean, clearly last year we were sitting here wondering if Spencer Brown was going to return to his rookie self. And last year, Spencer Brown stepped up so big for the Buffalo Bills. O'Cyrus Torrence, a rookie, everyone's saying, hey, how is O'Cyrus Torrence going to do? And now he is a solidified freaking beast in the NFL here. I mean, an immovable object for the Buffalo Bills at right guard. So I'm absolutely loving that. Now Connor McGovern moving in at center and replacing Mitch Morris. I think he adds a little bit more size to the position. Obviously not as many snaps. Rumors saying, okay, there's been some missed snaps, but that's something that will get corrected. These guys are pros. And I David Edwards at left guard, Deion Dawkins at left tackle. I mean, guys, we are solidified in the trenches. Like, we are so so solidified in the trenches here. Consider Von Miller getting back to himself. We discussed it in my previous video. I think Von Miller is definitely back to himself. You can see the bend. You can see like really no hesitation in his movements. So this defensive line is going to be huge. You listen to Von Miller and his comments talking about Ed Oliver and Daquan Jones in the interior. And they're saying they're going to have the biggest year ever. Even Connor McGovern saying like how hard Ed Oliver and Daquan Jones are and how they complement one another, playing off and feeding off one another. Von Miller went on to say Greg Rousseau too is going to take some big time steps this upcoming season. I mean, guys, this is absolutely huge. And, you know, no one is staying still on this Buffalo Bills team. Like the changes like that we have. Number one, you know, if Joe Brady, no one really knows what kind of flair and spice that Joe Brady's going to bring on this offense. So week one, you know, these defensive coordinators, they're not going to know how to prepare against us. And I think that is another value for the Buffalo Bills in this upcoming season. You know, they're not going to know what Joe Brady and this Buffalo Bills offense is going to do with Keon Cole and Mac Hollins, MVS. Like, what are we going to do with a Ray Davis or a Ty Johnson in year two with Joe Brady and Dalton Kincaid progressing? And I mean, there are just so many options that the Bills are going to present. I mean, we ran it 52% of the time last year offensively. Will that continue? Will we run it more? I mean, this is just wild. And then Bobby Babich being defensive coordinator and also defensive play caller. No one knows how Bobby Babich is going to call plays, how aggressive he's going to be, like more zone. I mean, who knows the differences? So teams are not going to know how to prepare against us offensively. They're not going to know how to prepare against us defensively well into the season. And we have all the freaking weapons here to dominate with Josh Allen. I think this is just absolutely huge for the Buffalo Bills in 2024, making this one of the most dangerous teams the NFL has ever seen and unpredictable teams the NFL has ever seen. You know, some other question marks I think we have here, Chris Brown, Steve Tasker, and others have talked about it, but, you know, we saw Von Miller struggle getting back. Matt Milano, some people are concerned about, but for me, Matt Milano almost made it back. If we made it to the Super Bowl last year, that people were kind of rumors were swirling he might make it back, but, you know, I think Matt Milano is going to be completely fine for this upcoming season and ready to rock for Bills Mafia. But I appreciate you guys all so much. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit like, subscribe to the channel, link down below to the Buffalo Chicken Wing merch. We got sizes small through 5XL, free shipping as well. But I appreciate you. Hit like, subscribe, and go Bills.